Opupco Studios in Oklahoma City. This is an OU update. I'm Jenni Carlson. The Oklahoma basketball team had a close call against Baylor, and Mike Baldwin joins us on the phone. Mike, that Baylor game, obviously Baylor, one of the best teams in the country. I thought it was one of OU's best performances of the year. Didn't win, but really seemed to play pretty well. What were your thoughts coming out of that game?
Well, I agree with you, Jenny. Part of it is, though, they say they're not into moral victories, and that's what coaches and players have to do. I mean, that's not why you play the game. It's just to play really good teams close. But outside of ORU and first half against Kansas and then the Kansas State game that they won a few weeks ago, it was one of their better performances. And they just had to play catch-up all night long, and every time they'd get close, and then Baylor would re-extend the lead. And it's just too much of that trying to catch up and using a lot of energy to try to catch up that they never could quite get over the hump that night.
Obviously, Baylor, long, tall, big men, a lot of inside presence. But it seemed to me that OU's inside guys handled themselves pretty well. Is this a sign of maybe those guys continuing to play well, or maybe even showing some signs of improvement this year?
Well, I think Fitzgerald and Osby are two of the biggest reasons why this team has made a lot of progress this year. They were supposedly going to be a little bit challenged inside, but those two guys are scoring about 28, 30 points a game, grabbing about 15, 16 rebounds a game. Both of those guys are playing well. They just need the rest of the team to jump on board and help them out a little bit more, and I think they can maybe get to that next level. Right now they're a little frustrated because the schedule's been so tough, and they've been playing some decent basketball, but they just haven't had the wins to show for it.
You mentioned earlier that Kansas State game. That was a game the Sooners won earlier this year. Now they do a return trip, go to Manhattan to play the Wildcats. Obviously, this is a game with some other undercurrents to it. Lon Kruger going back to his alma mater. This is a first, Mike.
Yeah, that's why this game's sort of been circled on the schedule all the way back when he took the job way back in April. He coached there for 4 years. He was a two-time Big 8 Player of the Year when he played at Kansas State. A lot of people thought he'd stay there a long time, like Hartman, his mentor. But then after 4 years, he left for Florida, and he's, of course, been a lot of other places, Illinois, UNLV, Florida, the Atlanta Hawks, and now OU. But, yeah, I think there's going to be a little excitement, and this just coincidentally happens to be their alumni weekend where a bunch of former teammates are even going to be in town, too. So definitely a little drama behind this one, just because for the first time in Bramley's Coliseum, I gave him a hard time the other night. He had a purple tie on. I said, I don't think you'll be wearing that one Saturday. He says, no. But he's looking forward to seeing old friends. He's looking forward to the atmosphere. But he said he definitely wants a win, too. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun matchup Saturday just because for the first time he's going to be coaching in Manhattan against Kansas State.
All right, great stuff. Thanks, Mike. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.